controversial bond issue of the central bank came to the limelight last week, with accusations of insider trading coming to the fore. A weekend newspaper reported on Sunday that the son-in-law of Arjuna Mahendran, the governor of the central bank, was privy to information that the central bank had decided to accept bids up to 10 billion rupees instead of the initially indicated amount of 1 billion rupees, information that was not communicated to the other primary dealers. However, in an article published on the Sunday Times website on the 6th of March, Arjuna Mahendran was quoted as saying that his son-in-law was no longer a part of the firm Perpetual Treasuries Limited.
What used to happen under the same regime is recurring now. What is even more important is that it is the same institution that was involved in this activity back then. Through this institution, EPF funds were used to purchase bonds at high interest rates. Now they say that this officer has resigned. That is the story they are saying now. When the governor of the central bank was appointed, his son-in-law was the owner of this company. Let us say that he has resigned. So, who is the owner now? If he has stepped down, who is the owner? He may have resigned, but then they must inform the country who the new owners are.
On the 9th of October 2013, the central bank issued a press release announcing the appointment of Perpetual Treasuries Limited as an authorized primary dealer. The address listed on this document is number 10, Alfred House Gardens, Colombo 3. The single shareholder of Perpetual Treasuries Limited is Perpetual Asset Management Private Limited. The listed address of the shareholder company is Level 3, Number 10, Alfred House Gardens, Colombo 3. Newsfirst secured a document today listing the directors and shareholders of a company named Perpetual Capital Private Limited, established on the 18th of February 2015 under the registration number PV103925. The shareholders of this organization are Jeffrey Joseph Aloysius and Arjun Joseph Aloysius. The address listed is also Level 3, Prince Alfred Tower, Number 10, Alfred House Gardens, Colombo 3.
As soon as this government came into power, a foreigner was appointed as the governor of the central bank. Now the governor of the central bank under the good governance government is gifting billions to his son-in-law. This is one of the greatest frauds in the history of the central bank. In a country where investigations into forged birth certificates are given to the CID, the investigation into fraud at the institution which handles the nation's wealth is not given to the CID. Entrust this to the CID immediately.
Yes, you all allege that there were issues with Perpetual Capital dealing with ETF money. So are you investigating on that?
Yeah, we are. Whatever we said we have done will be done. I mean, Perpetual Capital is a company that basically is, I mean, they have to mandatorily quote for bonds when they are called upon. So that.
So but when the UNP was in opposition, you all were criticized.
Yeah, so what we have criticized then, when we basically had, if Perpetual Capital did anything which had ulterior benefits. But that, so for non-existent things we can't be scolding and shouting around.
No, what I'm asking is about the previous.
Everything is on track. But when you have sharks that are there in the large seas, there's no point going and catching a small fish. We get the sharks first and come down to the small guys.
We have initiated an immediate investigation into the 2015 bond auction of the central bank. A comprehensive investigation will be held to ascertain the truth of the allegations, and if there is any truth to it, if malpractice has been committed, then we will inform who it was and what mistake was made. The 3-member committee has been entrusted to conduct a complete investigation into the allegations. So we will look into whether this individual is a director in the company concerned, a director at a related company, and whether he was privy to information that others did not receive.
President Maithripala Sirisena instructed the Secretary to the President yesterday to appoint a 3-member committee to investigate the alleged malpractice. However, issuing a statement today, the Prime Minister's office noted that Gamini Pitipana, Mahesh Kalugampitiya and Chandimal Mendis were appointed to the committee yesterday by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe.